Michael Gitonga.
Asanteni sana. Wananchi tunauliza tuendelee au tuendelee? Tuendelee au tuendelee? Mheshimiwa Rais, sherehe imesemekana iendelee. Na nimesikia kwa zile nyimbo kuna wimbo ambao umesema karibu Kanairo. Kwa hivyo niruhusu Mheshimiwa Rais kwa sasa nimwalike gavana wa eneo gatuzi la Nairobi, Mheshimiwa Johnson Sakaja, atukaribishe Kanairo. Wapi makofi ya gavana? Karibu sana gavana.
Asante sana. Asante sana, Your Excellency, our President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Mama wetu wa Taifa, Rachel Ruto, Your Excellency, President Adama Barrow of the Gambia, asanteni sana. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, Your Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Musalia Mudavadi, na mama wetu mpendwa Mama Tesi Musalia, the Speaker of the National Assembly and the Speaker of the Senate, the Honorable Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya and the Deputy Chief Justice, leaders of majority of both houses, the National Assembly and the Senate, Cabinet Secretaries, the Member of Parliament for Langata constituency, Felix Oduor Jalas, and members of Parliament present, Principal Secretaries, the members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, wananchi wa Kanairo, hamjambo. Asanteni sana. Asanteni. Your Excellency, as we gather to celebrate the 60th Jamhuri in the 61st year of independence, we honor not only our nation's independence, but also the spirit of resilience and innovation that defines us as Kenyans. This has been quite a wonderful celebration. There truly must be something about 60. And I'm sure President Adama Barrow of the Gambia, who turns 60 in February next year, will tell us what that is about. Your Excellency, you have only one more year in your 50s. You'll also tell us what happens when you turn 60. This year's theme, jobs, migration, and entrepreneurship, speaks to the core of our aspirations and the path that we must tread to secure a prosperous future for our people. Your Excellency, our young people, our youth are the heartbeat of our country. The youth are the trustees of our country's posterity, and they embody immense potential and ambition. However, Your Excellency, the challenge of unemployment persists in our country, and I know that you're working hard to address this in many ways that you will address today. As the Nairobi County Government, in the past 28 months, we have employed over 6,000 young people, majority who are young, majority who are in their 20s. We have 3,500 young people in the Green Army who have been instrumental in trying to clean our city, 98 drivers, 1,500 constables, 140 new doctors, nurses, around 400, including 50 dentists. Your Excellency, for the first time in every sub-county in Nairobi, we have dentists offering much-needed services to Mwananchi. This has also enabled us to open up specialized clinics and increase health services, and many, many others that we can speak about. In Nairobi County, Your Excellency, we are grateful to you because you've employed 20,000 young people under the Climate Works program. Many of them are also here to tell you thank you for the opportunity to earn a livelihood as we restore the rivers of Nairobi County. As you have seen today, Nairobi stands as a creative and cultural hub in this region. Our artists, our musicians, and performers not only enrich our lives, but also drive economic growth. I would like to ask us all to applaud the young people who have performed here today because they have done a great job. Tuwapigeni makofi tafadhali. Wasanii wa Kenya, wasanii wa Nairobi. Your Excellency, fellow Kenyans, we're committed to nurturing this sector by providing platforms for talent development and market access. We have seen this sector grow in the past couple of years, and Nairobi is now able to attract major artists locally and internationally. We shall be honoring our artists by renaming some of the roads, and I've spoken to Mheshimiwa Jalas, our county assembly has dealt with it. For instance, Isa, one of the roads in South Sea, shall be renamed after the great hero Isa, whose brother has performed here today. One of the areas we have also seen growth, Your Excellency, is social media and entertainment apps. We want to thank you because you have led from the front. You have engaged YouTube, you have engaged TikTok, you have gone to Hollywood, you have gone to the US to engage many of these people, and our young people can now monetize their talent. It is with this understanding, Your Excellency, that we as Nairobi County continue to allow our young people to produce their content and to shoot content for free in the CBD. Gone are the days when you needed a permit to shoot content in the city, and with this we've seen an exponential growth in this area, and I would like to invite any of us to visit the CBD on a Sunday or on a Saturday. You'll see hundreds of young people creating content for Telegram, for TikTok, for Instagram, and earning a living out of it. On entrepreneurship, Your Excellency, which remains a cornerstone for economic strategy, we are fostering an environment where entrepreneurship can thrive, where innovation thrives, because this is the Silicon Savannah, the home of talent. We're increasing access to capital and mentorship programs. Our goal, Your Excellency, is to empower these entrepreneurs to create jobs for more young people and to create sustainable development. Licensing has been an issue for years, Your Excellency. At the beginning of this year, on the 1st of January, we rolled out the Unified Business Permit in Nairobi, where you now need only one license to operate your business, as opposed to the myriad of licenses that one had to get to operate a business in Nairobi. Your Excellency, in other areas, we're increasing movement and easing mobility in our city, and we want to thank you for your partnership by addressing infrastructure within the capital city. With the national government, we are now addressing key roads that have been left dilapidated for many years. Your Excellency, just this Monday, we toured Uhuru Highway, Wayaki Way, and Mombasa Road with the Cabinet Secretary for Roads, Honorable Davis Chirchir, to make sure that that undercarriage also is restored. We're working with you on many other roads because Nairobians do not care whether it's a national road or a county road, they want their roads fixed. And I want to promise and give a commitment that next year, from the beginning, we will see a marked difference. Only yesterday, Your Excellency, I received a delegation from the European Investment Bank, the European Union, the French Development Agency, who have confirmed 320 million euros for line 3 of the BRT. And I hope, Your Excellency, that the final stage of approval at Cabinet will actually be made so that line 3, which comes from Dandora into the CBD all the way to Kenyatta and later to Ngong, will be completed. We are also at advanced stages on line 1, line 2, line 4, and line 5 of the core bus rapid transit system for Nairobi. Your Excellency, as you can see, the children who are here, they are very happy. Watoto wa Nairobi wana furaha sana. With your support, na unawasikia wakikushangilia. Dishi na County, we have been able to hit a milestone this year. Every single day, we are feeding 310,000 children in Nairobi at only 5 shillings. Enrollment has gone up and attendance is at 100%. Each nutritious meal is a statement of love for the children of Kenya. And I want to thank you for the partnership with the national government in achieving that. Of course, with the increased enrollment, there is need for more classrooms. I want to thank you for committing to build 5,000 classrooms in Nairobi. You have given our members of parliament 1 billion shillings already to build the primary school classrooms. The county government is building 1,500 ECD classrooms so that our children can get an opportunity and a fair shot at life. Finally, Your Excellency, we want to thank you as Nairobi. We want to thank you for reaching out and reaching across the political aisle and the political divide in your efforts in uniting our country and for forming the broad-based government. Your Excellency, when there's disunity, it is Nairobians who feel it the most. We want to wish the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga the best in his candidacy for the Africa Union Commission, and we also want to wish him success in tomorrow's debate in Addis Ababa. We pray that next year we shall be joined in this celebration with the newly minted chairman of the African Union Commission, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. We're also very happy that we saw you with the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. When these pictures of unity are seen, it increases investor confidence, it increases confidence in our country, peace and calm. As we commemorate this day, let us affirm our dedication to building a Kenya where every individual has an opportunity to thrive. Together we can transform our country. Your Excellency, you have made progress. No country in the world does not have issues, but we solve our issues together in a united way. Let us focus on what is working in our country. Let us increase our levels of optimism. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2025. Kwa wale ambao watakuwa wanasafiri kutoka Nairobi, tunawajalia mema barabarani, tuwe waangalifu ili muweze kurudi Nairobi, kurudi Kanairo mwaka wa 2025. Your Excellency, it is now my singular honor for the first time, for the first Jamhuri Day, to invite our Deputy President, Professor Abraham Kindiki Kithure, to address the nation. Asante sana.
Excellency President William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto, First Lady, Your Excellency President Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of Gambia. Your Excellency, allow me to ride on the protocols that have been established by the Master of Ceremonies. Your Excellency, allow me to make 2 remarks before I invite you. The first is to join other Kenyans in reflecting on why we are here today. We are here today because some 70 years ago, some gallant sons and daughters of our country united, stood together to resist oppression, division, and segregation, to fight for our freedom, to fight for our liberty, and to fight for the pride of the black person. And because we are standing here today because of the sacrifices of people who are not necessarily here today, we owe them the debt of gratitude of making sure that we sustain this country and fight for its unity and project the values for which our forefathers stood for, even as we also owe our children and the generations to come the debt of making sure that we transfer this country to them when it is united, prosperous, and inclusive. The second and last comment I want to make, Your Excellency, is that as you lead us in the transformation and progress of our country at this moment. We applaud you for realizing that Kenya's progress will be faster if the country is united. Thank you for reaching out to as many stakeholders as possible to bring everyone on the table so that we can all pull in one direction of making sure that our country moves to the next level. We applaud you for reaching out to the former Prime Minister for the establishment of the broad-based government, and we thank you for reaching out to the former President, Uhuru Kenyatta, and making sure that going forward, all of us, every stakeholder, is on the table as we decide the destiny of our country and as we lift the weight that we must lift in honor of the previous generation and also in honor of the generations to come. Tunakushukuru Mheshimiwa Rais kwa kuendelea kuunganisha taifa letu la Kenya ili nchi yetu ipate fanaka, maendeleo na ustawi. Ni lazima sisi zote, mirengo mbalimbali ya siasa, dini mbalimbali, makabila mbalimbali, watu wote wa siasa, makanisa, mashirika yasiyokuwa ya serikali, vijana, wazee, akina mama na watoto, lazima tusukume gurudumu la taifa la Kenya tukiwa na umoja. Thank you, Mr. President, for spearheading the unity of our country. Today is not a day for me to make a speech. It's the day to listen to you, Your Excellency, as you address us as a nation on this very important occasion. I now want, therefore, to request that we be upstanding so that we can listen to the address of His Excellency, the President. Wapi shangwe na vigelegele. Karibu Mheshimiwa Rais. Thank you, Mr. President. You're welcome.
Asante sana. Tafadhali tunaweza kuketi chini. Asanteni sana. Ndugu wa Kenya, happy Jamhuri Day. Hamjambo. Jamhuri hoye. Kanairo hoye. Kabla sijasoma taarifa yangu, kati yetu, in our midst, we have a friend, the President of Gambia, who has honored us with his presence and has come to celebrate this very important moment with us, His Excellency Adama Barrow. Your Excellency, on behalf of the people and government of Kenya, I want to very sincerely thank you and the people of Gambia for agreeing to come and share with us this celebration as we commemorate 60 years of a republic. Mr. President, before I make my statement, let me request you to speak to these great people because they want to hear from you. Mr. President. Tumkaribishe jameni na vigelegele.
Your Excellency, Dr. William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Honorable Speaker and members of Parliament, the Lord Chief Justice of Kenya, members of the Diplomatic and the Consular Corps, service chiefs and senior public officials, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I am profoundly excited to be in this blessed land as guests of honor, to join you in celebrating the historic 61st independent anniversary of the Republic of Kenya, nationally known as Jamhuri Day. On behalf of the Gambian people, I congratulate you all on this auspicious occasion and convey to you our sincere wishes of sustained progress, peace, and stability. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate and reflect on the journey of this illustrious nation since 1963, we are bound to pay tribute to the visionary leadership and tenacity of her founding fathers. The words of the renowned Kenyan hero, Jomo Kenyatta, amply reflect this when he said, I quote, "We must unite to build a new nation," end of quote. This patriotic call to unity remains as relevant today as it was decades ago, not only for Kenya, but also for the entire African continent. Indeed, Kenya's declaration of freedom as a democratic republic was a historic milestone and a beacon of hope and inspiration for many African nations, and these included the Gambia. The people's journey to freedom was difficult, but it paid off in shaping the political landscape of East Africa. More significantly, it remarkably influenced liberation movements for self-determination across the continent. Since attaining political independence, the Republic of Kenya has continued to take giant steps on democratic governance, peace, and security in the region. Today, Kenya remains an important powerhouse and a key player on the continent's integration agenda. The lesson is that Africa has to be similarly determined to rise and shine as a towering global force. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as Kenyans, your diplomatic journey has earned your nation a respected voice in matters affecting our continent and beyond. The strive you have made in addressing issues of climate change, trade, peace, security, and development have set an acknowledged precedent for emulation. On economic collaboration and integration, the trade relations between Kenya and various African nations exemplified the spirit of Pan-Africanism we all cherish. Kenya's dedication to peacekeeping in Africa and other parts of the world, as demonstrated by your current peacekeeping mission in Haiti and the fight against terrorism, are a testament to the nation's commitment to peace and stability for a prosperous and integrated Africa. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, culturally, Kenya has contributed significantly to the African unity. The beautiful cultural diversity and traditions of Kenya have enriched African society, while fostering understanding and respect among various ethnic groups on the continent. All this corresponds with the aspirations of the founding fathers of Pan-Africanism in Africa. We must admit, however, that those aspirations are still unattained. The question then remains, what else must we do collectively so that future generations would absolve us like the heroic leaders of the past? Frankly, our challenge lies in finding a solution to the persistent paradox of underdevelopment within an enabling context of enormous resources and potential for rapid advancement. Mr. President and dear brother, the Republic of Kenya and the Gambia have much in common in terms of history, culture, and colonial experience. It is little wonder, therefore, that we are celebrating together the National Day of this great nation, the pride of Africa. Looking forward, there is ample scope for our two countries to explore and deepen our bilateral relations in the mutual interest of both countries. There is also much to learn from each other's experiences and mutually leverage and our respective strengths to our advantage. Specifically, numerous opportunities exist for broader collaboration that will result in shared growth, marked by advancement, for example, in innovation, technology, agriculture, and education. The Gambia is committed to good governance, which makes us open and able to collaborate and cooperate closely with the Republic of Kenya and other African countries. Your Excellency, President Ruto, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the occasion offers us the opportunity to reaffirm our collective commitment to the ideals of Africa's Pan-Africanist founding fathers: unity, solidarity, and cooperation. Together, let us work towards a better future, characterized by economic prosperity within our uniquely peaceful, stable, and socially diverse but harmonious communities. While the day allows for testaments on Kenya's glorious contribution to the geopolitical landscape of Africa, it also requires us to look into the future with stronger determination to reposition the continent better and work for global peace. The African context and its structures, resources, and people amid the urgent need for transformative action make this goal attainable. To suffice to inspire us further with these relations, being more constructive and productive will serve us best. If you remember that civil and legal ways of settling differences are much better alternatives than disunity and act of destruction. Once again, I heartily congratulate you on the 61st anniversary celebration of your well-deserved National Day. Be assured that you are not only observing a significant day in your history, but also honoring the enduring spirit of a nation that continues to inspire, uplift, and strengthen Africa. We encourage you to move on united. Long live Kenya-Gambia relations. Long live African solidarity. Asante Shana, and God bless the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You are good. Thank you. Thank you. Asante sana, Mheshimiwa Rais. Please, let's take our seats. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me another moment so that we can celebrate a distinguished Kenyan in our midst, a Kenyan American, the first one to win a state assembly seat in Minnesota, the United States of America. In our midst, we have Hulda Mpigeni makofi jameni. Huyu Mkenya ameenda Marekani na akashinda kiti ya ubunge kule. Asanteni sana. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is an immense pride that I join you in celebrating the 61st anniversary of our nation's birth. At this pivotal moment, we reflect on the values of our sovereignty and celebrate the enduring legacy of those whose patriotic efforts took down the bastions of imperialism. Their sacrifice set our republic on the path of liberty, unity, peace, enterprise, and democracy. Today, we affirm, by reflecting on what we have accomplished since raising the flag of our nation, that by staying true to our national identity, we have remained consistent through seasons of abundance and scarcity. We assert our essential collective character, defined by the values and principles that inspired our forefathers to struggle and sacrifice, persist and persevere, endeavor and endure until oppression gave way to freedom, exclusion gave way to unity, and marginalization gave way to equality. We remember that our nation was born from the painful sacrifice and tireless, often lonely, and grueling efforts of men and women driven by the conviction that their sweat, tears, and blood were a worthy price to pay for ushering millions of their brothers and sisters from the dark, cold nights of imperial brutality into the warm daylight of freedom. Before 1963, our people were compelled to work hard to enrich colonial settlers. After 1963, our people labored by choice to provide for their families and build our great nation. Before 1963, education, health, and personal security were privileges reserved for the colonial elite. After 1963, they became the right of all citizens of our republic. Before 1963, African people existed to be seen and not to be heard. After 1963, we reclaimed our inalienable sovereignty to its fullest extent. The year 1963, therefore, marked Kenya's profound moment of historical change, yet it also represents an equally fundamental moment of essential and defining continuity. Our circumstances changed forever, and our horizon was illuminated by the forces of possibility, the dawn of opportunity shining brightly. Yet our values, hard work, unity, and determination remained constant. We applied these same principles to build our nation after we liberated it. There is an important point worth emphasizing. In our time, our generation must never focus so much on the present that we forget where we were only 6 decades ago. We must not ignore the fact that our freedom, democracy, and development were achieved through the contributions of millions of determined patriots, nor should we underestimate the time and patience it took for them and for these small progressive efforts to accumulate into an unstoppable momentum towards freedom and nation building. It may have been easy to despise individual freedom fighters as they ventured into a forest of uncertainty and to underestimate their ambition to free Kenya from colonialism. Yet, that is precisely how we gained our independence. Courage and hard work, determination and patience, and the confidence that we are not alone are always what it takes to make meaningful strides as a nation. Today, I want to encourage my fellow countrymen to keep this perspective in mind. As we aspire for more and better, we must not give way to despair, pessimism, or skepticism when faced with challenges, but instead forge our path forward with courage, hope, determination, and ambition. I declare my unswerving faith in the ability of our people to interrogate policies and hold the government to account. This is the essence of democratic freedom, a civic duty for citizens, a responsibility for leaders, and a necessary imperative for our success and progress. We have experienced a particularly challenging time as a people, largely owing to dynamics beyond our control, resulting in high cost of living, greater difficulty in finding employment, and fewer opportunities for entrepreneurs. Consequently, there was widespread anxiety about the economic stability of our nation, demanding urgent and appropriate interventions and effective solutions. The bottom-up economic transformation agenda was inspired by our determination to confront these fundamental challenges directly and with ambition. Our aim was first to lay the foundation for robust economic activity to generate millions of opportunities at the bottom of the economic ladder each year and drive substantive, inclusive, and sustainable growth. Our key priorities were to reduce the cost of living, stimulate enterprise, boost productivity, create jobs, foster a conducive environment for institutional and infrastructural development, and promote investment in manufacturing, industrialization, and export competitiveness. As a starting point, it was critical for us to tighten our belts and make significant sacrifices to reset our public finances on a sustainable path, enabling intensified investments in the strategic pillars of our plan and the cross-cutting enablers of rapid transformation. I acknowledge, ladies and gentlemen, the work we have done and the milestones achieved in creating the necessary conditions for progress in every value chain that support the pillars of our plan. There is a time to resist and a time to accept, a time to deny and a time to admit, a time to doubt and a time to believe. In the face of undeniable evidence, skepticism must give way to confidence, and we must reject the deceptive embrace of disinformation and fake news. The results and positive impact of our collective pursuit of fundamental economic change can no longer be wished away. Ladies and gentlemen, financial inclusion, for example, is now a reality for millions. The Hustler Fund is marking its second anniversary on a highly successful note, having empowered millions by lending a total of 60 billion Kenya shillings so far, liberating millions from predatory lenders and precarious financial situations, and enabling them to meet their needs, fund their hustles, and build their credit scores. Our ongoing conversation with borrowers focuses on concerns related to short-term duration, modest loan amounts, and the time required to increase borrowing limits. In response to this feedback, the fund has designed a new product, the bridge loan, to help Kenyans with good credit scores to transition from personal loans to enhanced facilities offering larger loan amounts with longer repayment periods. This will enable Kenyans pursue bigger opportunities and better investments. Ladies and gentlemen, not only have we registered successive historic gains against the shame of hunger for the last 3 seasons, we are also firmly on the path towards surplus production. This impressive rise in productivity has multiplied the incomes of farmers in maize, tea, sugar, coffee, and dairy value chains. There is no doubt that this agricultural transformation is the direct result of our strategic decisions to shift public resources from consumption subsidies to support productivity. Food is now more accessible to households than before. And as I stated in the State of the Nation address, our country now boasts substantial national food stocks: 95 million 50-kilogram bags of maize, 9 million bags of beans, 10 million bags of wheat, and 2 million bags of rice. Step by step, we are building a food-secure Kenya, where every family can afford and access a meal. Farmers have brought more land under cultivation and produced more per acre than before, thanks to the timely availability of subsidized inputs and extension services. Agro-industries have more raw materials and value addition is on the rise. The agro-industrial sector is also creating more jobs each year as we gear up to compete in various export markets driven by the expanding intra-African trade, opportunities in the European Union market and United Kingdom markets, and our growing competitiveness in the global marketplace. Ladies and gentlemen, the bottom-up economic transformation agenda prioritizes digital transformation as a cornerstone of inclusive economic growth. This is why we are undertaking an ambitious expansion of our national digital infrastructure by deploying fiber optic network to connect over 74,000 public institutions and establish 25,000 public Wi-Fi hotspots, because digital transformation is a critical enabler in creating opportunities across all sectors. We intend to use this infrastructure to extend internet connectivity to 8.5 million homes and businesses and eliminate the digital divide, which undermines technological inclusivity in homes, schools, villages, and counties. I take this opportunity to affirm the significant progress already made and which is accelerating due to the digitization of government services. Through the e-Citizen portal, we have digitized 20,855 government services, streamlining public service delivery, enhancing transparency and efficiency, eliminating opportunities for corruption, and increasing visibility and mobilization of public revenues. The transformative power of this single initiative to improve citizen experience with public services and enhance the government's ability to manage public resources effectively highlights the immense value of digital transformation. Additionally, our digital transformation strategy is making significant contributions to skills development and job creation. For example, Ajira and Jitume Digital are advancing our vision to equip 20 million citizens with ICT skills, fostering entrepreneurship, and enhancing inclusive digital literacy. In other words, an additional 20 million Kenyans are being prepared for higher productivity in the digital economy. We have also adopted the integration of creative industry courses into technical and vocational colleges as a reliable mechanism to build a skilled workforce. These robust measures form the foundation of our strategy to promote the emergence of a fully fledged digital economy, leveraging Kenya's position as a regional hub for software development and digital exports. These initiatives are supported by key interventions, such as the establishment of institutional and incentive frameworks to promote investments, foster collaboration, and encourage the transfer of digital technologies with a particular focus on artificial intelligence and blockchain. Through these efforts, we are empowering local digital innovators and tech entrepreneurs to drive economic diversification and resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, the discourse around universal healthcare remains lively, with concerns being raised about eligibility for coverage, the capability of health facilities to deliver services, and the alignment of contributions by individuals with benefits. Under Taifa Care, our inclusive, universal, efficient, and transparent healthcare service model, we are implementing a transition on an unprecedented scale. We have successfully transitioned 5.6 million citizens from the National Health Insurance Fund and registered an additional 11 million Kenyans under the Social Health Insurance Fund. This means that in just 2 months, 11 million Kenyans who previously lacked access to healthcare services are now registered, with the registration process going full steam in every part of Kenya. I commend Kirinyaga, Nyeri, Bomet, Embu, and Lamu, the 5 leading counties so far in Taifa Care registration. At the same time, I encourage the people of Marsabit, Garissa, Mandera, West Pokot, and Turkana, who have the least registered members, to mobilize, register, and take advantage of the benefits of this transformation program. Taifa Care ensures healthcare access for all registered citizens without discrimination of whatever kind. The program has accurately determined the cost of healthcare services and products, ring-fenced resources for equipment and facility improvement, and leveraged digital technology to radically enhance the management, coordination, and delivery of healthcare, promoting efficiency, transparency, inclusivity, and sustainability. No public service delivery project of this scale and ambition has ever been undertaken in the history of our country. We are confident, however, that this will be quickly surpass the 16.5 million citizens so far registered and provide all Kenyans with high-quality health care that is effective, efficient, affordable, and sustainable. Having said this, I wish to ask you this important question, each and every Kenyan. Have you registered? Nyinyi mmejisajili? Mumejiandikisha? Those who have registered often find that many of the issues, concerns, fears, and questions are fully addressed to their satisfaction in the registration process. I therefore encourage every Kenyan to register and enjoy the fundamental constitutional right to health care that is being rolled out. Ladies and gentlemen, after 2.25 years, the decent, durable, dignified, and affordable houses we promised Kenyans are finally here. Since September this year, 1,200 affordable housing units have been completed. Additionally, the State Department of Housing has advertised 4,888 units available for sale to the public through the Boma Yangu platform as we talk. Our goal to increase the number of mortgages from 30,000 to 1 million has now shifted gear. Our delivery pipeline for affordable housing now has a total of 124,000 units at various stages of development across Kenya, while a total of 840,000 units planned projects over the next 4 years are projected to create a minimum of 1 million jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the multiple challenges and crises we have had to grapple with, we have succeeded in keeping our commitments, taking steady steps towards our aspirations, and moving our nation closer to its destiny.